Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, JV, coming to you live tonight from my room here on this Saturday night, March the 12th, 2022. I just wanted to make this video because the news just came down that the A's have begun their explosion of their roster by trading Chris Bassitt to the New York Mets for two prospects. And this comes as absolutely no surprise. Everybody that follows baseball knew that the A's were going to start tearing down the roster entirely. I've been mentioning this. I've been saying this for the last 2 months, and we all saw this coming. I think I'm an A's fan, and a lot of fans are probably not going to be happy with how the A's completely trade all of their good players. But I think it's the right time to do it because of the reasons that I've mentioned in the past. The A's have a lot of holes in their roster. Their outfield is very thin. Their bullpen was atrocious last year. Their hitting is very, very it's feast or famine, basically. A bunch of home run hitters, one-dimensional hitters with a lot of power, can walk, but very low batting averages and really not a whole lot of contact. Their starting rotation was fine, but you can't win in Major League Baseball these days with just having a good starting pitching. I mean, you definitely need a strong bullpen, especially with how games are getting shorter and shorter as far as relying heavily on your bullpen in order to win ball games. So I think this is, I really don't know the two prospects that they got from the Mets. I don't follow the National League that much, but it's not a surprise. It's not a surprise, and I'm hearing right now that the A's are looking to trade Matt Chapman to the Phillies, but they're asking for their top prospect in order to pull the trigger and trade him away. It's gonna be rapid fire. I think that the A's are definitely gonna move all these guys. I don't know if they'll do that before the start of the regular season, but I wouldn't be surprised. And the A's are in the middle of trying to get a new ballpark. They're hoping to get into a new stadium, 3 to 4 seasons from now. So I guess their logic is, let's go ahead and start rebuilding the team right now. Let's get as many top prospects as possible. We have a new manager. We're probably going to have a new coaching staff. We're not going to draw very well at the Coliseum. There'll probably be nobody showing up at the Coliseum. And ironically, they actually raised the ticket prices this year considerably from last year. So I'm not expecting any people to show up to the games. This is the perfect time to start the rebuilding process. And hopefully by the time we move into a new ballpark 3 to 4 seasons from now, the team will be ready to contend. And we'll have pack houses and have a lot of interest in our fans showing up to the ballpark. I think that's the thought process behind this plan. Let's not forget that Dave Cabell, who is the A's president, was actually grew up in Cleveland, Ohio, and he was growing up during the time the Cleveland Indians did exactly this. They completely traded everybody away in the early 90s, stacked up their farm system with top prospects, and by the time they moved into Jacobs Field back in 1994, their team was a force to be reckoned with. They were ready to contend for a championship. They had hundreds of consecutive sellouts. I know those were different times than what we have in 2022, but I think that Dave Cabell looked at that model, and they're trying to emulate that. Hopefully this year, but this is not a surprise. The other thing that's a head scratcher, of course, is that a couple of days ago the baseball lockout was concluded, and one of the agreements that both the Players Association and the owners came up with was that they're going back to revenue sharing, which was for many years a lifeblood, if you will, of the A's, who were considered a small revenue team. They're certainly not a small market team. That's a bunch of BS. The A's do not play in a small market. Don't let that fool you. They are a small revenue team, however, and they're going to benefit once again from revenue sharing. And you might be saying to yourself, well, if you're getting revenue sharing now, beginning in 2022, why the hell are you tearing down the roster? Where's now your onus? Where is your logic, your reasoning behind cutting or slashing your payroll considerably? And that's a good point. That's a very good legitimate that's a legitimate question that you have to raise. But I think that the A's logic is, like, again, I think that they're looking at moving into a new ballpark 3 to 4 seasons from now, whether it's in Oakland or Las Vegas, combined with the fact that they have a very cheap owner, one of the most pathetic and horrendous owners in all of professional sports, not just baseball. My prediction, as I've said in previous videos, is that as soon as the A's get a new stadium, this guy's going to sell the team. He's not going to stick around. He's just looking to build up as much value on the franchise as possible so that he can sell and just bail out of baseball. I mean, he has no interest whatsoever in baseball, but he is a cheapskate. Everybody knows this. But I think those two things are the combination as to why I think the A's are looking to start from scratch. And you know, we've seen the A's over the last 30 years go through these cycles. They have these windows of opportunity, whether it's 3 to 4 years, in which they go all in and try to win a championship. And once those 3 years run out, and all of their young players become free agents or are about to become free agents, they unload them. They tear down the roster when they start getting expensive, and they start the cycle again. And so this is, once again, something that we're going to have to get used to as A's fans. But yeah, just wanted to make this video to discuss the Chris Bassitt trade, and subsequent trades will be coming up. I'm pretty sure Chapman will be traded, Olsen will be traded, Manaea will be traded, Montas will be traded, Trevino will probably be traded. I don't know about Ramon Laureano. I think he has about 30 games to go before the 80 game suspension is lifted for testing positive for PEDs last year. But if he wasn't suspended, he probably would be traded as well. The A's are going to completely tear down the roster. They're going to have a horrendous team in 2022. But you know, that's the life of being an A's fan. And yeah, just wanted to talk about this. I'll probably make more subsequent videos once the other trades go down. But yeah, this is basically the reason I wanted to make this video. If you like my content, by the way, and if you enjoy my videos, please help me out to grow this channel by subscribing to it, and also liking the videos. That's very important. It helps the algorithm. It helps more people watch my content more, and therefore help me grow the channel. But just wanted to make this video. But despite the fact that the A's are going to suck probably for the next couple of years, I am a passionate, die-hard A's fan, and I will always support this team no matter what. Go A's, and thank you very much for watching.